me on a tarot machine. This is your general monthly reading for the month of March 2017, and this will be for the sign of Taurus. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle to see what energies you be working with for the month. Okay, what you have in the reading is the Ace of Wands in the upright and the Hermit. The Ace of Wands is that you are maybe getting over a period that you may been feeling low, but now it seems like your drive has came back, or you attained some new kind of information that you want to move forward on. Your drive has probably came back due to some old issues that may have came up in your life that kind of put you on a downer, but now it seems like the information that you're getting or obtaining is putting a new sense of moving forward in your life on anything that you feel that could be a benefit in your life. You're ready to take action towards it. Maybe this new information came about to you and you want to act on it real fast to be the first one to kind of capitalize on it or to get a benefit out of it and bring it into your fold and set it up for the future, and maybe work on it periodically or work towards a certain goal that you have set up maybe for at the beginning of the year, of like you wanted to be at a certain place in your physical realm or life by a certain time. The second card you have is the Hermit. The Hermit is usually a person that goes inside themselves and don't go and use outside sources to internalize certain things about themselves or certain directions they have to go. And maybe it's this card with it um, being with the Ace of Wands is saying that if you're going to move forward, take some time to go in and reevaluate these moves that you want to do to see if they really fit for you, or is they in line with what you want to do. But it's saying during the month that you may have to step back out of the situation and kind of re-examine it periodically to see what kind of progress is you making with this certain goal or this certain aspect that you're trying to bring into your physical realm. What you have underneath you is the Tower in reverse. So what it's saying is what this new action that you're doing is because of when the tower is in the upright, it means certain changes that come from an external factor. What it is saying that maybe you at a state of boredom or you're tired of existing at a certain plane. So you decided to take the action in your own hands because you was not seeing no physical change around you. So you decided to go ahead and put some actions in effect to make a change that's either benefit or is a benefit for you or is a negative for you. But it seems like you're stuck in a period of boredom and you wanting certain type of changes to happen in your physical realm around you. What you have behind you is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So the Knight of Pentacles is usually a person that goes out and they are a money person and they pretty much uses their money to make other moves. So they're not a king when it comes to having super control over their money, but the knights usually have money as quick as the money come in, it goes out. But this person you was dealing with in the past was a basically a bad person to deal with when it came to money. They did not have good control over their money, or they was letting more money go out than come in, and they was using their financial gains to gain nothing else better for them. They actually was using it and wasting their resources. And maybe that you're getting out of that period, that you're tired of wasting your resources, that's not bringing you a good benefit, and it's causing you to stay in this situation that nothing is really changing around you. What you have a crowning you is the nine of cups in reverse. The nine of cups is, in the upright, is usually your wish card. So what it's saying is, if you was hoping for something to come about, nothing is really going to come about, because maybe this idea that you have is too brand new, so you can't draw a conclusion on if it's a benefit, and you can't draw no conclusion on it because you haven't really put yourself in full-fledged mode into that. So if you was hoping for something to come about in the month of March, it seems like nothing is going to come about. You can, it's still room to make something positive happen out of it. It's just you may put your effort into it, and you may receive an outcome that you did not expect, or an outcome that you didn't wish for. And the last card you have is justice upright. So whatever it is, you're looking at it from a critical standpoint. The justice card to me is more of a critical standpoint. You really analyzing it to be really critical of weighing options, or seeing that if you get involved with it, what will be the outcome of it. Is almost hoping that that you do it and get the best thing that favors your side, but it's seeming like you're being more discerning on whatever you're trying to enact. And maybe one of the things that you're trying to get to does have some kind of legal aspect to it, or it has some kind of law aspect to it, or some kind of rule or structure that you maybe have to sit back and analyze before you have to move forward on it. So let me go ahead and get a clarify some of these cards. Let me start with the Tower and see why your world hasn't really moved forward or had a change. You have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is saying that maybe the change that you was hoping was evolving, it evolves somebody younger than you, and you have to take their feelings in account for maybe this change that you're trying to do. You're in a situation, and the situation is really a new situation. And the Pages also is a person that's bringing you news. Maybe this person is bringing you some kind of conflicting news, because pages usually hear news via hearsay. They may be bringing something that's being more contradiction to the information you got before, and maybe that's why the Hermit is telling you to sit back and analyze everything, because this page is bringing you something that is different word wise than what you heard before, and is causing a more of a stalemate of how you're going to move forward. And yeah, it's causing a stalemate. And then you got the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Five of Swords in reverse is saying that whatever he's bringing you, the information that's contradiction, it's showing that it's making it look like it's no gain in whatever the information they bring into you. It's saying, it's basically, usually the Five of Swords is a victory with some kind of, with somebody being hurt in a situation, but it's probably saying that whatever this information he's bringing that's contradiction, you can't tell if it's a winning or losing situation. You kind of left very confused on it. Let's see what the Knight in his bad money habits have to do with you. You have the Five of Cups in reverse. So maybe you dealt with this person in the past, and you cut the dude really short. You just really seen his bad pattern and walked away from him, because before it kind of got you upset, involved, and you didn't want to put your emotions into that person's situation. And especially if it had something to do with money, you definitely was trying to be, I call the Five of Cups in reverse, being detached from it. So you was very detached from this person. You just couldn't find anything with this person, and you wasn't really focused on him, on that, on this pinnacle, this Knight of Pinnacle. You wasn't focused on what the dude was talking about or what he was trying to bring to you. Yeah, and you definitely didn't pay attention to him because what he was bringing to you just didn't have no different angles or options that you could work with. It kind of was one of those things. It was just straight and narrow. It was one thing and it went in one direction and you was probably not even focused on it. Let's see why the Nine of Cups is in reverse. You got the Two of Wands in reverse. The Two of Wands upright is usually that you have two options to go, and maybe because you got this new thing coming in, it doesn't invent. It's back to the one direction, one path that you have to go to achieve your goals and stuff. And maybe that's a whole thing about your wishes not coming true, is because you wish you had more options out there, not to just depend on one thing to bring you some kind of prosperity or some kind of benefit. You wish you had more out there. If you had more options out there, your attitude would probably been more wishful when it came to whatever the situation is. And then you have a, a Knight of Wands. So you have a Knight of Wands that was basically driving it, and maybe this Knight of Wands was moving too fast on a certain situation, and this person was leaving you kind of disappointed. They was bringing you the information, but whatever they was telling you, you just didn't see no hope up in it, or you was trying to see which way you could have took this information, and you came up with the conclusion that the information they was bringing you wasn't leading you to a better path in your personal abundance. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. You leave your comments at the bottom. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.